you have been the one always overthinking, just pause. It's not your thoughts that need the fixing. It is a part of you that has been feeling ignored. So most of the people are going to tell you, just take deep breaths, just distract yourself, just think more positive. But let's be honest, that doesn't work long term. Because overthinking isn't the problem. The problem is what's causing it. The problem is more deeper than you ever imagined. So let me explain. One of my clients was struggling with religious OCD, and she thought that she not being able to feel the khushu in salah is the problem. And she kept forcing that feeling and kept trying hard to feel, due to which a part inside of her was constantly judging herself while she was praying. And what this did to her was that it led to overthinking amplifying, and this led to OCD. So she was only missing out on one thing, which was self compassion, which was understanding that her thoughts cannot be always stable, her emotions cannot be always stable. And that was okay. That would never make her unworthy in the eyes of Allah. So when she came to me, that is when her healing journey began. She stopped chasing the right feeling, and instead she allowed her emotions to bloom naturally. And guess what happened? That is when her khushu increased, because she stopped forcing a feeling. She allowed her feeling to be there. She was okay being with the feeling. Now another client shared that how she always thought that she was being too negative because she was constantly told by her family that she is the problem. And she came to me because she thought she was overthinking. But when we got into the roots, we learned that her overthinking was not the problem. It was her pain that was constantly being ignored by her family as well. So it was her needs that she needed to voice, and she needed to trust herself that this need is worth it. But what she was doing was she was trying to deny her needs, and then she was trying to be positive about it, and she was then questioning herself that she is the problem if she's not positive about it. So her negativity was actually the pain she had been ignoring. And this pain had a message, and that message needed to be heard, needed to be communicated, needed to be believed in. She had been gaslit into believing that she is always the problem. So she was turning away from the very direction her pain was leading to. And basically, this is what we are all doing. We are trying to move away from the direction where our pain is directing us to. We're not listening to our pain. Think of it this way, that if someone is hungry, of course, the answer is food. The solution is food. The solution is not trying to not feel hunger, because the hunger is still going to be there. So how ridiculous would it be if you simply tell someone that you are not supposed to even feel hungry, and if you feel hungry while I do not give you the food, you're the problem. This is exactly what we do to ourselves when we deny ourselves. And I remember another client who was trying to be too positive in her relationships because she thought that being feminine means being less needy. So she was trying to suppress her needs. She stopped voicing her needs. She stopped setting boundaries because she thought she is the problem. And due to this, she was always attracting emotionally unavailable people in her life. And what happened? Overthinking amplified when she was around those people. She kept trying to force positivity on herself, and she kept trying to tell herself the story that these are the right people and I'm the problem. So overthinking begins only when you start thinking that your natural emotions are the problem. But here's the good news. She stopped doing it, and then she started setting boundaries and communicating her needs, and she started reclining into her femininity very naturally. So here's the truth, that there is no such thing as positive or negative feelings. It's simply the feedback from your nervous system, and you are supposed to sit with it. For example, if you sit with your anger, you're just gonna know that someone is trying to step on your boundaries, and that is exactly why you keep getting angry. So anger is not the problem. The deeper problem is what's causing it. And if you do not address the cause, you're gonna keep getting angry, and then you're gonna judge yourself, and then you're gonna self-criticize. You're going to start overthinking. Similarly, if you sit with your sadness, you're just going to get to know that it's the pain that is still there. And probably the pain is caused by some external factors, and you're not addressing that. So basically, these emotions are not your enemies. They are your wounds waiting to be seen. They are the friends that are gonna make your life easier only if you listen to them. Sometimes overthinking isn't a call to think better. It is a call to slow down, be compassionate to yourself, set boundaries, voice your needs, and trust your inner voice. And while you're trying to be compassionate to yourself, you can also heal during the process. You can also heal the traumas that make you feel insecure. And if this speaks to you, you can simply drop me the word heal in the DMs and we can work on your healing.